Hey everybody, it's me, Sean. Welcome back to Factorio. And I did some planning during the last episode. That's right. So I set up this area for kind of our interim production area where we're going to start making belts and a few things before we start laying down our bus. But I did plan out our bus, at least the start of our bus here. And also, so I like to follow the grid lines where I place down my roads. So I did place down some ghosts for the roads along the grid lines, and then I set up kind of a perimeter for our power lines, and then I set up all of our different bus lines here. So we're going to have our green circuits run along here. This will be for steel or iron. This will be for copper. This one is the blue circuits, plastic, and batteries. Up here, we're going to have bricks and stone. No, wait. Oh. So this is steel and red chips. And then here's bricks and stone and coal. No, this is brick, stone, and coal. Jeez Louise, I've got it all written down. Blue, plastic, and batteries through here. So, like I said, I've got it written down what each line is for. But that will be our bus. It's going to be a little while before we get to that. Before we can start laying down our bus, though, oh no, I need more iron. We are burning through that iron. So let's. I have a few more mines in my pocket. So we'll go ahead and set those up and connect them. Oh, I was going to say I'm not out of belts. Connect those to my belts. I do need to start setting up some automated spots here. Let's see. I don't have any turrets yet. So I want to have belts underneath those things. That's really it for now. I'll have turrets and bullets and walls, and I think I like to have stone on here. Put stone there, but the rest of it, I don't quite have the production set up for the other items that we're going to have on there yet. So we'll get that going a little later on. I believe so I'm going to gather up some of the iron plates out of these, and we're going to switch these back to regular belts. Oh, and it looks like we are producing more science than we're using. I think that's because I had science turned off for a little while. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I am overproducing on science all of a sudden. It's weird because it didn't seem like we were able to keep up previously. Power is still doing great. Okay, so we are going to start producing belts, or automating belts, which means we need automate iron gear wheels. So we'll set up along this line here, and we will put in a automated gear wheel thing right there. And I'm going to, let's see, so we have that like that, and then we'll have this one go out there, and then it'll go down like that. So I do want to make sure. And this is pretty much the last step before we start setting up our bus. But we're going to need so many belts, even to get started on the bus, that we do need to have the belt making automated. So here we have wheels. And I don't think we need fast inserters on these because the belts just don't build that quickly. And we'll put that there. And oh, I'm out of these guys already. So I'll make up some more of those, and that's another thing that I will have a permanent spot for in my toolbar. Put that right there, very good. So we're going to go in, and then we'll take them out like that. And that's right, I chopped down a bunch of trees, so I can make up a bunch of these wooden boxes. Another thing I like to have a spot in my toolbar for is wooden boxes. There we go. So we'll put them into there, and we're good to go. So this is going to be yellow belts. That's iron wheels, and we definitely need more iron plates coming through. So I don't think I need to put any in boxes at this point, but what I can do, because I'm carrying so many of them, is drop them off in the various spots up here, and then I still have a whole bunch of them in my pocket, which is really unnecessary. Okay, so we have automated yellow belts, which will allow us to start setting up our bus over here. So our bus is going to have the plates here. I guess we're going to need to set up some balancing for these at the very beginning. And let's see if I can remember the pattern for balancing. I believe this is right. We have a belt in the middle. We have these. Now, I'm not quite sure about 6-belt balancing, but it seems like that is about right, except that doesn't belong there. Actually, that does belong there. You go like that, then you go in and out and in and out like that. Great, like that. And then those go across here. And there's probably some trick, because it seems like these outside lines are going to get a little bit out of balance, but these, I mean, like maybe I need to put balancer or splitters into these as well. But I don't know. I'm gonna stick with this for now, for the 6-belt balancer. And I guess the good thing is we can actually start setting up blueprints already. I do have blueprint books from previous games. Maybe, but you know what? Let's just start a new blueprint book. Yeah, let's start a new blueprint book. And I guess I need to do a new blueprint. I'm still not used to this, the way the new blueprint stuff works, but this will be our 6-belt balancer. And then the good news is we can pull the 4-belt balancer out of that without any problems. So I'm gonna put the underneath the icon in there as well. Great. All right. So there we go. So I can set that up for a few of our guys there, but that's not really what we're worrying about right now. We are going to set up the most basic of our what are the words I'm trying to come up with here? We're going to start our basic production here with our belt automation over here. So place down some power lines. I think that'll be enough if we go this direction with them, although the position of this belt would indicate we would go this other direction, so maybe I don't need these guys set up here. Like that. And we'll run this belt further down. And I will put in a wheel. And again, we're gonna split those up like that. And I guess I need to put in offset power lines. We're gonna put a thing there. There we go. So this is wheel production. I said wheel production. And then next up we have basic belt production. Like this. And we're not going to be able to automate. We can automate the underneath these, but we can't automate the splitters, huh? Splitters take green chips, don't they? Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit of time before we can automate that. Just like it's going to be a while before we can automate our inserters too. Get these made up. And again, I guess we're going to need to have an offset power pole. One of the first technologies I do with Green Science is to get the proper power lines going. So this is yellow belts, and then underneath these would be the next one, which uses transport belts and iron plates. So I can set a inserter. There we go. We'll run the power line down, or feeder line down a little bit. And I'll set inserter right there. And that's actually not gonna work very well with the positioning of the, let's do one thing at a time. I like the new version. The technology screen doesn't pop up automatically. Now there's kind of a downside to that, because that means I also forget to put in the new, you know what I mean, to get the new technology started, but we'll be fine. All right, so I guess I need another offset power line for this one too. So we'll go down and insert, and we have underneath these, and then we pull those out. Right there will be fine. Put them into a box. Great. Okay, so now we've got everything we need for a better version of that. We've got our bullet damage one. We're running out of single things, so we are going to need to automate our green technology here pretty soon. But for now, let's get this running over here. You can already see that that power line is going to be in the way. So I'll go around it. And we'll come and I will come down here along the side of the road. We're going to end up pushing this up this way over time. So I'll go ahead and just bring this all the way up to here. And we're going to cut it off there. And now I don't need to worry about the this whole production line over here, because now we should have it automated in the other area where it belongs. So there you go, guys. I hope that was pretty exciting, seeing me set up our first automation area. I will move our red science production over there as well, and do a few other things and kill some time, and then we'll be back soon. I'll see you then. And we are back. I did a lot of stuff in between episodes here, but it's not really, or not between episodes, between whatever, during the pause, but it's not really going to seem like a whole lot. So I just now got around to setting up our iron production, although we discovered that a long time ago. As you can see here, our coal production is not going to keep up with that, so we're going to expand that out right now while we're down here. Let's go ahead and double up on that. Maybe that'll be enough, we'll see. But now we've got some iron coming in, so I can start replacing these with, or some steel coming in, so I can start replacing these with the advanced furnaces. Do I have? I don't even think I have the capacity to build those yet. All right, so I need to get the capacity to build those. We're doing fluid handling right now. I have moved our red production over to the bus, so we've just about burned through all of our red science here. I did build a couple of more labs. We've discovered automation 2, which will allow us to build the blue assembly machines, and I think that's about it. We did the bullet speed stuff. I don't know if that was before or after, but anyways, we're up to bullet speed 2. So I guess I definitely want to get more raw iron coming in. We need to do that. So I will set up a couple of mines over here. There we are. I don't think that's going to quite be enough iron, but it's what we have for now, so we're going to just leave it like that. Yeah, you can see we need a lot more iron coming in. But I keep thinking these are actual roads, which would be nice, so we could go faster. We don't really have enough stone for that. So you were here when we did this. So here we have red science automated, which is very nice. And I ran a power line down here so we can set up, or a power line, anyways, a line down here so we can set up our science thing. So let's get some of these trees out of the way. And we'll run this down here. Very good. And our science lab. Now, how do I want to do this? I definitely want to do this in a way that over time we can get all three going into one lab. Actually, that's what I did wrong. I didn't need to go all the way down here to start doing this, because I think this far out should be plenty of room for whatever we have going on up there later on. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a belt there, and I will put Science Lab 1, 2, 3, 4, and then those like that. I guess I need an offset thing right there. All right, and I did make up some green science, just a few, in my pocket. So we'll put those in there. We're not quite studying green science yet, but we will be soon. So over here is where we're going to automate our, I believe we're going to automate our inserters over here, but before we can automate inserters, we need to automate green chip production. So that's what we're going to do up here, is we will automate green chip production. So I'm going to, I suppose, split off of this line, because I've got an area set up here for green chips. So we'll go ahead and split off of here like that, and then I guess we'll want to rebalance there. So we'll go like that and come up, and then we're going to go under and back out, and we'll need to go. Actually, do we need to do that? Because I could just have those belts go under that. That'll be fine. All right, but then you need to go under and, oh, but you know what? I don't need to do that this early, because we're not going to be using those belts for quite a while. So, especially with the new Alpha 16, makes it really easy to add in your underneath belts, which is nice, but there's also a downside to it in the sense that it makes it hard to upgrade belts or run new lines and so forth. I'm sure we'll run into that problem here before too long, so you'll be able to see an example of what I'm talking about. But here we need to go underneath, and you know what? No, we don't, because that's what we're splitting off of, is that right there. So we don't need to go underneath at all. We will, oh, I need a splitter though. Splitter. I'll make up a few extras. There we go. Oh, we're running short on belts too. Well, the good news is I don't have to manufacture those in my pocket anymore. Could use more iron plates. Boy, oh boy. Definitely need more of those. Because I have them automated. So we will split there, maybe. And then we'll blend those back together. You're going to come up here. And so here is where we will have our green chip, blue chip production, green chip production. So we're going to make up 5 of these bad boys. What do we got for our next science? Nothing that only requires single, because I don't bother with shotguns. So nothing that only requires single stuff. Do we have anything that only requires like 10 green? Here's what I really want. I don't. All right then. All right, let's get started on advanced material processing. How many of these can I make up? Oh, 75, huh? Seems unlikely. But that'll do for now. All right. Green chips. Oh, we are going to need to have what's the word I'm thinking of? Inserters. We're going to need to have a bunch of inserters for this, as a matter of fact. So don't get too carried away there, Sean. I will put fast inserters on our wire production, and I will have slow inserters on this production, and I think I need to put a power line right there, and then so this will be copper. I don't know why I didn't set these up to where they match up the sides where I already have them on. So let's undo everything I just did, but that'll save us some headaches later on. All right, well, sorry for the rough edit there, but boy, I just forgot what I was doing. I didn't really screw it up or anything, you know, because it's very easy to undo anything you do, but I did not want, you would have had to watch me rebuild this like 3 different times, and I was like, nobody wants to watch that. If you're gonna edit your videos, frickin' edit your videos. I mean, that's, I'm just not used to editing my videos, so. All right, we are gonna have our green chip production set up here momentarily, which will be awesome, because that is the first, like, complex production of, well, I don't know what, I guess the first complex production of the game is red science, right? But, you know what I mean, this is the next step in complex production. So we'll get this going, and there we go, we've got our green chips. And I don't really need to set them on a splitting program quite yet. Now, this will make sense later on because I'm going to run other green chips in to balance them out. And I guess the bad news is I have our main green chip bus over here. So instead of running it that direction, as a matter of fact, I probably want to run it up and through like that. There we go. And then we'll do that. And then we're going to run them over here. That's why we need all these yellow belts. And then down, 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 and down a little further, and even further yet, because they're going to come in to here. Of course, there's a power pole in the way, so you know what? We'll run them in like that. Be fine. We have underground belt there, underground belt there. All right, here comes those green chips off the line. Okay, so green chip, automated, beautiful. And then we will run our green chip line like this. And down through here. And we're gonna need a bunch of underground belts to adjust for all that. We're going to want to split some green chips off over here so we can build our splitters properly. We will not need to split any off over here. And then, of course, we'll need to split plenty of them off over here. This is the second belt, so we want the outside belt right there. All right, exciting stuff. So, oh, and I'm out of yellow belts too. But luckily, we have more. I know it sounded like, oh no. We do not have more yellow belts. Better cap off the production of those. Aha, I'm carrying around a bunch of steel, oops. I don't want those in there. Get out of there. Dang it. Well, luckily this thing should pick them up anyways. I don't know what I was saying here. I need more iron plates coming through for sure. No question about that. I also need more yellow belts, so I think I'm gonna, oh, and I never put those green belt. Oh no, I made more green science. So I'm gonna make up some yellow belts here, and I will run that green science and red science. I guess I can throw the red science in the bucket here. I almost ran over to the old spot where the science was. I'm glad I looked, wait a minute. What the what? You dummy. There we go. I'm glad I looked because here's where I need to put that green science is right in there. And yeah, I'll try to tidy up a few things in between episodes. How are we doing on power? We're probably starting to get short on power too. No, we're doing all right. I will tidy up a few things between episodes, and then we'll come back and there'll be some new stuff going on. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching this episode. I hope you are enjoying this. Let me know. Let me know what you think about the editing, and am I cutting out too much? Am I not cutting out enough? I feel like we're doing pretty good. How are we doing on our time here? We're at 2 hours now. Wow. So another hour for this episode. Which is actually, I expected it to be more because I spent, like I said, I spent a long time before I started recording. So yeah, I'm a little surprised by that, but that's good. That's, if we can keep up with that, where we get 25 minutes out of every hour, that's good stuff. So yeah, click that like button, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.